The sun filtered gently through the morning curtains of Emily Osment's Los Angeles bungalow, casting light on a fresh start she never thought she'd want, but now couldn't imagine living without. It was official. The divorce papers were signed, sealed, and finalized. Her marriage to Jack Farina, a once low-profile yet highly ambitious music producer, was behind her. And while the headlines read, "Emily Osment is single again," the truth was far more nuanced than a tabloid headline. It wasn't just about being single. It was about being free. A love that wasn't meant to last. Emily, now 33, had never been one to air her private life publicly. Though she grew up in the spotlight, first as Lily Truscott on Hannah Montana, later reinventing herself in dramatic and comedic roles on series like Young and Hungry and The Kominsky Method, she always kept her personal relationships under wraps. Her marriage to Jack was no exception. Friends close to the couple described their bond as intense but uneven, a passionate whirlwind that quickly evolved from late-night jam sessions into a shotgun wedding in 2021. At the time, it felt right. Jack's energy was magnetic. Emily, known for her blend of humor and sensitivity, felt seen in a way she hadn't in years. But what burns fast often burns out. It wasn't a betrayal or scandal, said one anonymous source close to Emily. It was just a slow realization that they weren't growing in the same direction anymore. She was building something new, and he kept trying to rewind the tape. Emily, ever the optimist, gave it her all: therapy, time apart, travel, even songwriting. But in the end, she chose herself. And in doing so, she set herself free. The reinvention era. Since the split, Emily has been radiating what her fans are calling her reinvention era. She's returned to the studio, working on music with deeply personal lyrics and sounds that blend indie folk with raw acoustic storytelling. No label deadlines, no forced hits, just her. One track, rumored to be titled Paper Rings and Empty Things, is a sparse piano ballad that explores the disillusionment of love built on hope rather than truth. In a recent Instagram Live, Emily hinted at the meaning behind the song. Sometimes we fall in love with the idea of someone, not who they are. And that's okay. But once you know better, you've gotta do better for yourself. Her words, while gentle, held a quiet strength. Gone was the girl who once bent over backwards to make a relationship work. In her place stood a woman unafraid of solitude, of silence, of starting over. Navigating the spotlight. Divorce in Hollywood is hardly rare, but Emily's handling of hers has struck a chord with many. Unlike the spectacle of celebrity splits that play out across social media and courtrooms, her separation from Jack was strikingly low-key. No public mudslinging, no cryptic posts, no conscious uncoupling PR statements. Instead, there were quiet walks with her dog, coffee runs in oversized sweatshirts, poetry quotes in her stories, and a single line that stood out: "Sometimes peace looks like walking away." Fans, especially those who had grown up watching her, rallied around her. They praised her maturity, her grace, her ability to turn pain into purpose. But Emily's not interested in becoming anyone's poster child for post-divorce empowerment. "I'm just figuring it out like anyone else," she said in a recent interview with a small independent podcast. Being single at this stage in life isn't a tragedy. It's an invitation to rediscover who you are when no one's watching. Life after love. So, what's next for Emily? For one, she's returning to her roots: music, acting, and writing. She's been quietly developing a limited series for a streaming platform that centers on a woman who leaves a high-profile relationship and escapes to a coastal town to rebuild her life, art imitating life, perhaps. She's also taken up hiking again, something she used to love before work and relationship obligations filled every inch of her calendar. A recent solo trip to Big Sur sparked a viral post. "I cried on the cliff, then I laughed. I thought I needed someone to catch me, but turns out, I had wings the whole time." Friends say she's never looked more alive. Dating, maybe, but not yet. Unsurprisingly, the rumor mill has already tried to link her to a few familiar faces in the industry. But Emily's not biting. I'm not dating right now, she said bluntly in a recent fan Q&A. I'm dating myself. I'm learning how to take myself out to dinner, how to sit in silence without reaching for someone else to fill it. And frankly, it's refreshing. In a world obsessed with coupling up, Emily's message is a powerful reminder that solitude isn't loneliness, it's sovereignty. A quiet power. The post-divorce world hasn't hardened Emily Osment, it's clarified her. She's reclaiming her creativity, her independence, and most importantly, her voice. Where some might see a breakup, Emily sees a breakthrough. It's not about erasing the past. Jack was a part of her story, and she owns that. But she's not looking back anymore. As one fan commented on a recent photo of her basking in the sun on a beach, no ring on her finger and a book in her lap. This is the Emily we always knew was in there, soft but fierce, quiet but powerful. Unattached but never alone. She liked the comment. No words, no caption, just a quiet affirmation. Emily Osment is single again. But more importantly, she's whole. Word count: 1,025 words. Let me know if you want a shorter version, a journalistic tone, or something more fictional or satirical.